Women of Reddit, what's the hardest thing to explain to men? The feeling of your uterus shedding its skin inside of you. Best description I can give is to imagine something living inside of you, just between your genitalia and belly button, that is carving into you with a knife. Then also, you get bloated, you get acne, you get super emotional, and you still have to go to work. Can we talk about trying to poop during all this? If I'm crying, it's more likely because I am frustrated and angry than because I am sad. The same with males. Society forced us to not be able to express our emotions and feelings, because then we are considered weak. So when I get alone in a silent place I just like to cry because that's the only time I can emotionally relieve myself. It's not that I am sad, it's because I'm forced by people to look emotionless. And I can confirm that most guys I've talked to do the same. What I do when I'm stressed and frustrated is I play casual video games with my friend and talk to each other on Discord. It feels good because I get to do something relaxing while talking about my problems with someone who understands me. You should try this. Not necessarily video games, anything relaxing works. I hope I helped, and if you ever feel lonely or frustrated you can always message me. I'm always here if you need me. This is a really good point and I had no idea other people have the same problem as me. Maybe some good advice for girls is if you want your man to open up, try to force upon them the idea of crying is normal. Because for the longest time I thought men and crying just wasn't a thing. No, we cannot hold our period like pee, and yes, we can get anemia from a heavy period. People say you can't, but I say you can. You absolutely can if you have a problem that causes heavy periods. Source: me, and my 6 iron infusions and 1 red blood cell transfusion, which stopped my anemia from being life-threatening, but I still remain moderately anemic. I was slightly anemic until I reached menopause. The doctor tried giving me the pill, but it just made me sick as hell. Ugh, that sucks. Lucky for me I'm having surgery soon and after that no more periods forever. It's been rough. I lose a ridiculous amount of blood each month. I've waited almost a year to remove the tumor that's causing it, and I'm so anemic that they have to keep giving me various transfusions just to make it safe to even operate. My hemoglobin count fell under 6 at one point, so they wouldn't do surgery. It's like 8 now. My doctor wanted to put me into temporary menopause with hormones but I refused. She wasn't happy, said the iron and blood are just trying to fill up a bucket with holes in it. When we say something feels good, that means don't freaking change it. Don't go faster, don't try to add more, just keep it at the same. As a dude, even if we understand it, we suddenly become hyper aware of everything we're doing, so something gets messed up because we overthink it. If you wanted to fuck up someone's golf game, ask them if they breathe in or out when they swing. Also, do you always shuffle your front foot like that just as you swing? Oh man, I don't play golf but this affects me in any sport or competitive video game. Dude, I STG if someone asks me where I put my fingers on the controller I'll come bottom of the team for the rest of the day. Wife says, it doesn't reduce your manhood to ask for directions. It's not manhood, just crippling social anxiety. That's the reason why I do prefer to waste half an hour of my life in the sauce section looking for that one product I bought 2 years ago instead asking. That one hit close to home. What's the difference? Gee, it's like her pretending to be an idiot. Unsolicited dick pics aren't a turn on. I used to think the whole unsolicited dick pic thing was hugely exaggerated because I couldn't imagine anyone I knew sending one and had never heard of anyone I know sending one. Then one day I was talking to my younger sister about it, and we'd had a few drinks, so she decided to name and shame some people who had sent her some of whom I knew from back in school and was extremely surprised about. Then it hit me that guys don't tell other guys that they send girls unsolicited dick pic cause it's embarrassing. But they're everywhere. It's okay to send artists renderings of large white whales featured in 19th century novels though? Asking for a friend. Called Ishmael. Pro tip, keep a collection of dick pics for just such an occasion. Moby Dick, Richard Nixon, Dick Van Dyke, Dick Tracy, etc. You can extend this to other euphemisms like roosters, Woody from Toy Story, an erector set, etc. That way when she asks, you never have to send her a picture of your micropenis. That not all women discuss you behind your back with their friends and put you down or share your secrets. If I love you, I'm your biggest fan and want to keep the personal stuff between us only. If you shared personal things and confided to me, it stays with me. If your ex did that doesn't mean I would, you obviously mean more to me. This is so wholesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Some women speak so much about their partner, in great detail it annoys me. It's like that's your partner, your actual other half, it's wrong. Thank you. I agree so much. Not all of us are these naturally social creatures with 5 to 6 friends in a group text and a large support circle of acquaintances, family, and DN lurkers. At least some of us are alone and lack friends. I mean, I'm assuming. Maybe I'm the only loser lol. Also, being seen as attractive does not necessarily raise your sense of self-worth. It's an odd contradiction, as we're implicitly told to look attractive from a young age, so you'd think achieving that goal would make you very happy, and in ads beautiful people all live happy lives. But to be looked at like a fuckable object doesn't make me feel good about myself. I even tried posting on r/Gonwild to see if it was just the public aspect of people staring, and felt just a slight feeling of shame from the well-intentioned comments. The way you look on the outside changes nothing about how you feel about yourself. Yep. I spent my youth being sad and depressed and avoiding all social contacts basically, so now I'm 30 plus and have practically zero friends. I'm not sad or depressed anymore, but I honestly don't know how people in their 30s make friends. I'd love to have a group of trusted friends I can talk to, but I have one friend and 2 sisters and that's my entire social circle. I'd be lost without them, though. I'd love to have a group of trusted friends I can talk to, but I have one friend and 2 sisters and that's my entire social circle. That is your group of trusted friends. Sex and the City gave women unreasonable expectations of friend circles. That we're just people, like you. We're not mysterious, soft creatures. We're not an endless fountain of emotional nurturing. In fact, many of us are just as bad at expressing our emotions or comforting people as you are. We have hopes, dreams, interests, strengths and weaknesses. We don't all cry. We don't necessarily give a shit about clothes, or makeup, or decorating, or child rearing. We aren't a monolith and we aren't all alike, we vary as individuals just like you. We too sit around doing or thinking about dumb stuff. Yes, as a kid I also built weapons out of sticks, or tried to mix household chemicals together to make them explode, or all manner of things we only attribute to boys. If you ask me what I'm thinking, there's a good chance it's some inane random bullshit about who would beat who in a fight, or what superpower I would hate to have. We're just like you, in many ways. I think this is what a lot of men on Reddit fail to understand. Women are people, not mysterious alien creatures you must find a way to conquer. That's not Reddit, that's immature men. Usually young men, but not always. I can assure you that attitude was easily found before the internet was even common, and long before Reddit was created. There sure are a lot them on Reddit though. What it's like for your body to betray you constantly. It's hard to explain how my body doesn't feel like mine anymore, but it bleeds and hurts and makes me emotional against my will. When I first learned this would be my reality for my entire adult life, I felt a deep devastation and betrayal, which is a feeling I don't think most men have felt. I was depressed for weeks as a 12-year-old when I got my period. My childhood was over like that. I couldn't play the same. I was in agony every month. I was cramming giant maxi pads in my kid-size underwear and hoping my classmates didn't notice I was going to the bathroom every hour. It was the stuff of nightmares. It's incredible we survive it like we do. And it sometimes makes me question my sanity. Is this hormones? Real emotions/issues I should pay attention to? I sometimes find myself insanely angry and upset at STH. And then get my period the next day. I often wonder if that was me or hormones. And which one would be better? Oh God, this. Or is this something I've been culturally conditioned to ignore, but yes, is totally a thing I should be paying attention to? A lot of us have been raised to do most of the emotional labor around the house, which includes being privy to escalating situations by noticing even the most seemingly insignificant changes in people. This is part of why what men regard as hints that they never catch are very obvious signs to women. Also why a lot of us think our BFFs are mad at us when they suddenly go quiet. Skeptical, at least that's how it was in my household. Quiet usually meant someone was about to pop off. Why do women say they're fine when they're not? Because a lot of us have been raised to keep our needs to ourselves and to not be needy or an egg. Neither of the above are excuses for the situations that arise, just possible explanations. I really enjoy reading the threads like this that ask men for their input. Both of us are victims of messed up emotional upbringings. I couldn't say the second louder. In my household, having negative emotions was discouraged, so no matter how mad I actually get, I say I'm fine. Don't men do that too? For different reasons, sure, but same results. Maybe both genders could be a little more vocal. Having sex with numerous people doesn't loosen a damn vagina. And somehow a lot of men don't understand this. Edit, thank you for the sliver. So how many women have you been with? Tons. Wow. Guess your dick must be pretty bendy and limp by now. Huh? By that logic mine would be made out of reinforced concrete. What's this? Notices rebar. How to unstrap the bra. It takes me 0.3 seconds or 2 minutes. I still haven't found the way to do it with one hand. Take your left hand to push the middle knuckles of your fingers on the left side of the bra buckle underside. Then take your thumb and slightly push on the top part of the buckle while pushing. Begin bringing your thumb and index fingers together while slightly applying pressure to the underside and top side of the buckle. You'll know your thumb is in the right spot if you can slightly feel the hook on it. I will admit it's a hell of a lot easier to do it on a busty woman, but I was able to do it without thinking. Just kinda happened naturally. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have a similar story, share it in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Have a great day, or night.